Phonology is the study of a language's sounds and how they are utilized. It has to do with the rules for putting sounds together to make words. Examples include the English sound k, which may be written as either K or C, and the phonological rules that govern certain sound arrangements, such as ing and sing. The development of phonological awareness or the capacity to identify and engage with sounds is essential for reading success. Children can decode words with the use of skills including phoneme isolation, blending, and segmentation. Students who possess good phonological skills are more capable to read fluently and make the connection between sounds and letters. The study of morphemes, the smallest meaning units in a language, is known as morphology. It entails being aware of word structures and the functions of suffixes, prefixes, and root words. Play and meaning. The word unhappy is one example. This word is made up of three morphemes: happy, the root word; un, a prefix meaning not; and ly, a suffix turning the word into an adverb. Dividing unfamiliar words into parts that students are familiar with is how morphological awareness is used in literacy instruction. Reading more difficult texts and expanding their vocabulary are made easier for students when they have a solid knowledge of root words, prefixes, and suffixes. Syntax is the collection of rules that control the arrangement of words and sentences, such as word order and word connections. An example would be a basic English phrase composed of the subjects, verbs, and objects. Writing and reading comprehension depend on syntax. Understanding sentence structure assists students in comprehending the context and the relationship between ideas. They use grammatical standards while writing to construct sentences that are understandable and effective. Semantics is defined as the study of word and phrase meaning. It focuses on the meaning that words communicate when used alone and in combination with one another in a given situation. For example, depending on text, the term bat can relate to either the black nocturnal animal or a piece of wood that is used to play for baseball. Reading comprehension and vocabulary growth depend on semantic understanding. As students pick up new vocabulary, they also learn how to grasp it in various settings, which helps them comprehend materials in greater detail. The term pragmatics describes the social principles governing language usage, such as how the speaker's intent, meaning, and language use in social situations are all influenced by context. An example would be if someone says, "It's hot in here." They are literally referring to the inside temperature. However, the person may be implying that they would like someone to turn up the AC. The true intention is not so much to state a fact as it is to make an indirect request. Students who are able to interpret tone, wit, or humor in text when meaning is suggested rather than expressed clearly benefit from pragmatic comprehension. Additionally, it helps students improve their writing abilities by enabling them to modify their wording according to the target audience or goal of their message. In order to help children with exceptionalities, it is crucial to comprehend the components of linguistics since these characteristics have a direct impact on how children receive language in both reading and communication. First, it can provide personalized instruction. Teachers can offer centered, personalized education to children with varying exceptionalities by having a thorough awareness of the language components that may present challenge. Second, it can offer inclusive assistance. Literacy and language are linked, and each aspect affects a student's total language development. A student's understanding, writing, and communication can all be impacted if they have trouble in one particular area. Teachers may provide complete literacy support that builds upon students' strengths and overcomes their challenges by having a thorough grasp of these components. Third, you can make modifications and accommodations so that students can be successful in their own ways. Educators can create acceptable accommodations and modifications with the use of these language components. Students with language impairments may require vocabulary, scaffolding, or simpler syntax in text, whereas students with speech impairments may benefit from phonological methods or other forms of communication. Lastly, it will set up the students for academic and social success. Competency and pragmatics and semantics is essential for both socialization and academic success. Peer interactions could be impacted if students with practical difficulties fail to notice social signs or have trouble following conversations. Students who get support for these abilities will be able to communicate more successfully in both educational and social settings. Two developmentally appropriate research-based instructional strategies that I found include: one, interactive read alouds. During this type of read aloud, the teacher demonstrates proficient reading skills and asks open-ended questions to encourage conversations while involving the classroom's shared reading experiences. By enabling children to actively engage in the story through participating in discussions, interactive reading goes one step further. Teachers may encourage children to predict, repeat, and discuss characters and events by selecting books with simple language and appealing illustrations. by guiding children in improving their storytelling abilities, expanding their vocabulary, and practicing sentence structure. This strategy promotes language development. And two, multi-sensory approaches. Visual, audio, tangible, and physical activities are all used in multisensory instruction to support language and literacy development. Using a variety of senses, this approach facilitates better information processing as well as retention in children. For example, children can use Play-Doh or sand to make letters, trace letters in the air while pronouncing the associated sounds, or construct words using magnetic letters. This kind of learning uses sensory experiences to help reinforce the relationships between letters and sounds. Thank you.